Hey there, all my Rotation 411 Astrology subscribers on YouTube and followers on Facebook, and we're now streaming on Twitch, so welcome. I have a few updates I want to cover for the channel really quickly. I hope the audio is working okay. I actually didn't add the live chat. Oh, I can see the live chat on YouTube, so let me know if you can not hear me for some reason. And I'm going to try to spirit or source, or I like to call it source, but I love when other readers call it spirit, has just been heavily put on my heart to start doing the general tarot readings again. I do a lot of private readings for clients, so I usually don't like doing general because it's a lot more energy for me to access. When it's a specific question, it's a lot easier per se, or it's just, for me, I feel like it's clear, although other people seem to gain from things that I'm not even quite consciously attuned to, that I'm subconsciously bringing forth. So enough with that. I just want to go over a few notes. Personal readings, if you want a personal reading with me, the link is below. It's at readings.psychicschool.com, and I'll try to do most of this at the end of the video, actually, because I just want to get into the reading. I'm really anxious to do that. I do want to say that donations are always welcome, contributions, as I would say. Also, I want to note that I'm not going to be doing extendeds at this time. I'm just going to do the full reading. I have a new spread that I haven't used yet that I wanted to try today. It was funny because as I was getting ready, I was just like, oh, am I going to use the Celtic Cross? What am I going to use? And it came to me to use a particular spread, so I'm excited to try this one out. It's called a Horseshoe Spread. I'll try to get through the fire signs this morning. I was going to do fire and then earth, but for some reason Source was telling me to do air after fire, so I'll at least get through all of those today. I'm going to be doing these a lot more. Do like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on one of the other platforms, the YouTube channel is Rotation 411 Astrology. There we have the big 144 series, the birthday series, the celebrity Synastry series, and let's see what else. If you follow the Instagram, it's at Psychics Gold and at Rotation 411. We have the moon posts, the daily moon posts. Let's see. I'm also working on a PDF that's going to be free for you guys, and it will have all the deal breakers, divorce aspects, and the marriage aspects. I'm going to just do that for you guys, so that you have a nice visual that you can look at. Instead of me kind of always all over the place, you'll actually have something to reference. And the other last thing I want to get into is if they are looking for advisors on psychicschool.com. So if you are a reader on one of these platforms and you want to look and you need a place to meet new clients, or you want to sell your extended readings and you don't want to do the annual fee on Vimeo, you can do that over there. Also, the divinetimingdatabase.org, there are a lot more submissions now, and so I have made my pledge to get out here virtually and in the trenches on my feet and get people to submit so that I can match you all, because how can I match you if your partner doesn't submit? So if you know someone who's single, say a male friend, definitely could use more males in the database, or something like that, that maybe you're not interested in romantically, but they definitely have, at least the slightest bit of interest in astrology, I would definitely recommend that you have them submit. There's the affiliate program, so if you have your own channel or you're an influencer, all you have to do, is inform yourself about the Divine Timing Database, and then you can go ahead and sign up, and you'll get $1 for every submission to help spread the word so that we can match humanity with the proper astrological matches and get them off of the regular dating sites where, there's a lot of narcissists to prey on them. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. If you're watching this after the fact, I hope that there is volume. I'll check before I do Leo. I am recording it on the computer as well, so hopefully that all works out. And I think the timestamp, it's looking like 4 or 5 minutes, but I'll go ahead and put that in as well. So, like I said, today we're going to be doing the Horseshoe Reading. So let me just get my little notes on it so that I don't get lost and all over the place here. I pulled I pulled out it was a nice quiet morning, and of course I get on here now everybody's up, but I have the Everyday Witch Tarot, and here we have the the Gilded Tarot, the traditional tarot. Hi, hey, thank you. I don't see what the alert is, but I see there was an alert, so I am new to live streaming. I did do the Celebrity Synastry, but I haven't really been live streaming. And I have the Divine Love Oracle, so we'll pull a few cards from there at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead. I have my little setup here, but I'm gonna make a little more room so we can get started. Now, something that I just wanted to add also is a big part of my spiritual evolution was moving to Los Angeles. You know, there were things before, I'm not gonna go on and on about it right now, but I did go into, when I was trying to figure out something that was going on, someone that was doing brujeria, black magic on me, I was trying to figure out what was going on. That was a big part of the journey. If you have Neptune conjunct Uranus with anyone and you're seeing lots of in the Synastry, and if you want to learn about that, go find my Synastry YouTube videos. But I had walked into a witch shop, which actually closed during the pandemic. I say witch shop, it was like there's just so many different types of shops like that in LA, so I don't know exactly what to call it right now. But she was a witch, the woman in there, she was very helpful. She wasn't quite the one that ultimately helped me find the answers, but I asked her to do a personal tarot reading for me, and she said that she just couldn't do them, that they just take up too much energy. So I'm going to do a little extra work here right now with the Palo Santo to protect my energy, to protect your energy, just to make sure that we're pulling directly from the divine source and not from my energy, you know, database. So I'm gonna just burn a little Palo Santo. Source has just been on me. Again, I love spirit, but I say source. It's just been on me. Do tarot readings, do tarot readings, do tarot readings. Tell people about the Divine Timing Database. You know, when you're telling family and friends, they're all about it when you're telling them about the astrology, and they're telling you, oh, you should make something like that. But as soon as you're like, oh, okay, it's time for you to submit, they just want to, you know, cry about how single they are. So there's that. Anyways, go ahead and get into it here with the Gilded Tarot. So the first stop is we're going to look into Aries. This is for Aries, June, strawberry full moon. You know, the energy, the moon doesn't go, you know, it doesn't start to wane really for a week. So I wanted to get on here when the moon was full, but again, I was just feeling the energy way too much. I know you guys like to see when we shuffle. Should have pulled this back a little more, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle a few times for Aries for their June singles. This is for singles. Hey Dappy, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Dappy Graham, that was the alert. So I used to try to do the readings with singles and couples together, but I don't know, I'm really feeling the singles energy right now. So if I get around to it, I'll do couples readings. Let me know if you want me to. But for now, we're just going to stick to the singles. If I do get any insights about any coupled up Aries, I will let you know. And if any of it resonates with you, or if you're a cross watcher, I really don't feel that the moons are the same energy as the sun. But if it is your Venus or I do think the ascendant and the sun are the videos to watch, or the horoscopes to read. I feel like the moon is its whole other entity, Venus as well. So a lot of readers say, you know, sun, moon, Jupiter, Venus. If you want to watch and you feel that resonates, but I really do recommend that you watch your sun sign and your ascendant sign. So we're going to go ahead and look. The first card we're going to pull is, and I'm a sloppy shuffler here, but I do pull like this. I don't sit there and look at the cards. I don't judge it. That's just the way I do things. I have the impulse to flip, so that's how I do it generally. But if they do fly out, I will flip them. So in the past influences, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is, you're really, Aries, working hard. You're very invested. If you have been single for a long time, you've really been putting in the work on yourself individually. I hope that you guys can hear me, since Dappy Kogram just followed, so I'm assuming you can hear me. If you're on YouTube and you could go in the live chat and let me know, that'd be great. You guys usually do. So Eight of Pentacles, it's just, you know, you've really been doing the work, you're investing a lot, I feel like, and I'm actually Aries sun as well, so I feel like you're investing a lot into the future plan, even if you're not partnered, you know, you are investing into that future family, husband, children. So this Eight of Pentacles very much signifies that. You know, Pentacles usually would have to do with finances, so it could be at this time that you've just been very focused on your finances and your resources and building them up, you know, for that future love relationship. Let's go ahead and see what the present issue is. Three of Swords. So a lot of my Aries, you may have just recently gone through a separation, a divorce, a breakup, or you may be trying to heal from something in the past. So, you know, I've been feeling a little down in the blues the past week, so I definitely resonate with that. I hope I'm not projecting my energy, but I do feel like the Palo Santo would help, and we will, as a collective, you know, resonate with each other. Three of Swords. Swords energy is, you know, thinking. I think of the Three of Swords as definitely, it's a punch in the gut. You know, it's your heart space. You're going to feel this pain. But in the Swords energy, it's also, you know, changing your mindset, transmuting, mentally transforming your way of being so that you can move past the Three of Swords, you know, onto the Four of Swords, which would be more contemplation, meditation. There was a card earlier I was thinking of for you, Aries, that I was like, I won't be surprised if that pops out. Now I won't be surprised if the Four of Swords pops out, but let's see here. The future, sorry about the noise, you guys. I have a soundproof room, but it's just a little cramped in there. So, future developments, near future, Ace of Cups. So if you are in separation, this could be the same person coming back around. We'll definitely clarify in a moment. Ace of Cups, or it could be big new love coming in. So maybe you had to go through this, you know, heartbreak, this detachment, this severance, because it definitely will feel like that with the Three of Swords, that it was a severance. You had to cut ties. It could be you know, once we clarify, we'll see, you know, if judgment or death or something like that comes up, but it could definitely be that it's this situation is coming back renewed and restored with more potential than before, because the Ace of Cups is a big new beginning in love. Or it could be that going through this is opening you up to this, and there's something new and big coming in, especially, you know, as we get into Cancer season, water energy here with the Ace of Cups. So definitely could be a big new love coming in, and that's why you had to cut ties with this more recent love. Now, in the advice position, we have the Knight. Oh, I thought it was the Pentacles because I saw the orange horse. That's typically the Knight, not Pentacles, I'm sorry, Knight of Wands. Now, if you guys follow me, I am Pisces Mercury, which is debilitated, but that is also a big part of why I'm able to tap in, aside from my moon being in the 12th house on the ascendant. I'm a very gifted astrologist, so the tarot was something that came along, and once I was shown through my path how to tie it to astrology, anyway, so just for those of you that are new, so in the traditional deck, the Knight of Wands would be the orange horse, and here we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the advice and this is the near future outcome. So there definitely is love coming in for you in the coming days and weeks. Again, like I said, whether it's just a renewed sense of self-love, healing from this. I feel like the Ace of Cups is bigger than just healing. Usually for me, healing, like that tough healing isolation phase, is the Three of Swords in reverse. That's what it is for me. So I do feel like this is very promising, but with the Knight of Cups in reverse as your advice. Now, I thought it was the Knight of Wands, so I was going to say, you know, oh, it's saying to, you know, definitely withhold from any physical impulses. But with the Knight of Cups, of course, they're just out there, blah, blah, blah. Knight of Cups, it's Gemini season, so everybody's very talkative right now, and it's a little draining to me as a Virgo moon, you guys. But okay, Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm saying that it's telling you as advice not to seek this love, not to seek, you know, to heal from the past, especially the recent past. I'm feeling for a lot of you, and not to be out there seeking for this Ace of Cups, you know, just letting, because that will create a blockage. To me, a lot of times reversals mean blockages, which means the energy is present and it is there for you to tap into, but there's something that's keeping it from, you know, being upright, is basically the easiest way to put it. So I think the advice here would be to definitely do not go seeking for love. that's going to not hold back this Ace of Cups. I feel like aces just burst through. You can't avoid them. Now, whether they manifest to the 2, the 3, the 4, and get through all the trials and errors from, the Fool to the Major Arcana, that's, where the advice comes in. So now we're going to get on to the influence of others here. 6 of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this whole love situation in your life is about not just resources, but investment in time. Pentacles is tangible. Time is such an abstract concept, especially for us, right? Even sometimes I have to go, wait, if daylight savings time didn't exist, how do we quantify astrology? So I just personally quantify it as I'm a claircognizant, so that's how I tap in. Whether that is, and it seems to universally line up, but I would say with Pentacles, I think of time invested, energy, resources, actual tangible things. So energy, tangible, I don't know, but that's how I quantify Pentacles. So here, I feel like there's some situation where you maybe were giving more than you were receiving, and you were really looking for reciprocity in the situation. And this could be in regards to love. This could be in regards to your finances getting in the way of your love life. But this is the influence of others. So I know for me personally as an Aries, so I'll just use this as an example. I feel like a lot of suitors, like these Knight of Cups, up if they were upright, they'll come in and they'll kind of, dangle carrots in front of my face. And that's one of my favorite terminologies to use, because carrots could literally be like a horse and a carrot, or it could be like a wedding ring, right? Some carrots. They're like, oh yeah, girl. Yeah, I see a long future with you. And then they kind of, get you really focused on them, not investing as much into yourself. And, so some of you may had to walk away, basically, whether it was resources, finances, time, energy, because there was an unbalanced dynamic going on, and that is because the influence of others. So I want to give you some validation in that. If if you were gaslit at all, or you had any guilt about it, they need to come and they need to bring their A game, just like Aries always does. We're a good one to have on your team. So in the environment, external obstacles, we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. So there may be other people that are kind of, stringing you along, or not being quite even or fair, or it could be a restoration of balance, which is going to bring in this Ace of Cups. I don't see the Ace of Cups as a reconciliation, but it being so close in the near future to the recent past, here it could definitely be a reconciliation with this person that you just had a separation with. Otherwise, if it's something longer than in the very recent past, then there's something that you need to really work on and let go of. But five of Wands here in reverse, the actual environment, and this is really good, especially for Pluto and Scorpio generation, where our resources can really tend to be tied into our environment. If the stock market is up, Pluto generation and Scorpio's, money's up, and feast or famine, right? If it's down, gas is high. So the good thing about this is, in the environment, in these external obstacles, 5 of Wands in reverse, you don't really have a whole lot going against you. You don't have, this battle is over, so you can kind of rest and know that you're okay for now. Other people, again, they might be throwing you off balance a little bit, distracting you and such, but 5 of Wands, the universe is definitely working in your favor, and we'll see as we clarify as well. The current long-term outcome and recommended action is the Strength card in reverse. So this was coming to me, and I'm not going to sit here and ramble on about exactly where I just thought of it, but it was as I was doing the introduction and getting prepared for this reading that Aries, we can be very strong, and people assume that we're very strong. Often that can elicit a lot of attacks because people think that we're just so strong, but in reality, like a lot of other signs, we have a soft core. So I think that this current long-term outcome, Strength in reverse, means that if there's a Leo in your life, for one, or somebody with strong Leo in their chart, Leo ascendant, something like that, it could be that like they may not end up, this is the future that's currently being manifested. So at this time, if you're going for Leo, I would say that you might be working against yourself and you want to evaluate that. But at the same time, like the advice that was coming to me as I was preparing for the reading, try not to be so strong all the time. You know, you have to show a little bit of vulnerability to the right people, you know, at the right time. But I think we just forget to do that because we're so strong personality wise, but we have other placements and things. We're the baby of the zodiac, so we can be very soft. So there's the Tower. I don't know why I just pulled that, but I just wanted to clarify strength. I'm actually going to use another deck for clarifying, but I had the impulse to pull that. So yeah, if you're dealing with a Leo, somebody with a Leo ascendant, possibly Moon or Venus, there could be a big ending being manifested. So I definitely would say to not pursue, you know, and not try to be so strong, and just, you know, try to spend this time while you're waiting, you know, to meet your match, since this is a singles reading, to really heal and do whatever you can, and not to pursue and not to invest in people that are not investing back in you. So we're going to pull some clarifiers to see if we can get a little deeper message. Oh, there was one more placement. I want to get into the heart of the matter. This is actually something I'm adding into the spread. I'm going to pull a Divine Lover's Oracle at the end for the heart of the matter as well. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'll do it now because we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So it could be too that the Empress, I heard this interpreted really interesting the other day because I stay really in tune with the other readers as well, just because they remind me of things and like, oh, this planet is here, and keep me updated and such. Page of Swords in reverse, I heard the most interesting interpretation for it, so I'm trying to tap in. But Page of Swords generally can be like the, you know, watching, spying. See there, you know, someone just kind of, we often say like they could be driving by your house to see if your car's there. They could be watching you on social media, you know, they could be watching right now. No, I'm just kidding. Page of Swords. So in the traditional deck, I think there was something that's about like he's on a hill and he's actually looking from a high vantage point. If you see here, he's on a balcony. So it's almost like, you know, like think of royalty, like looking over the balcony and surveying their options, because, you know, air signs are very discerning. So if you do that, you know, if you can turn away from the distractions, from the people promising you all kinds of things, stop pursuing any kind of love. Even if they come, you know, and they're like, hey, you want to hang out, if you can be just a little bit more aloof right now and really just focus on your stability. You have the Empress coming in, which is like the ultimate stability. Some of you could, heart of the matter, be dealing with a pregnancy, or somebody in your life that's dealing with a pregnancy or a child, or you could have a lot of children. The Empress is Taurus. You know, it's the most maternal card in the deck. Venus, she's holding the Venus symbol in this deck. You know, I should have done these the other way around. I might do that in the Taurus, or I'm going to do Leo next, but and then we have the Star. So if any of you were wishing for pregnancy or wondering if you're pregnant, that could definitely be a possibility here. But I would just say, to be fruitful, to get your ultimate wish fulfillment, you could be dealing with a Taurus or Aquarius too. I know a lot of people like when you throw the signs out there. Definitely strong Taurus and Aquarius energy here, as those are pretty much the only major arcana. We do have Scorpio, Pluto energy, and Leo energy. So I would say that at the heart of the matter, you're really aligned right now, you know, mentally, spiritually, with what you want. But as far as, I just feel like it's more the other influences right now, or a fear of the environment or external factors, or trying too hard to pursue things, being vulnerable, but like kind of doing it in ways that are working against you, because it's like you show people your vulnerability and then they kind of like, they say, oh, you're a strong Aries, they kind of blow you off, and then you try to be even stronger. So I again think that's why it's just a matter of balancing that and healing that, anything from the past where you may have shut down. I know a lot of people, there's a big evolution on YouTube right now where we're learning a lot about narcissism. So I don't think it's wise to go calling everyone narcissist, but it is a time to evaluate, you know, where you might have been wounded and such. So I want to go ahead and pull one from the Lover's Oracle for the heart of the matter, and then we'll get into clarifying. Tell us more about the heart of the matter here with the Empress and the Star and the Page of Swords in reverse. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. And that's what I just said, you know, the Pentacles. It's about time, energy, resources. I had just done a big tangent about time with giving too much of it, basically, is what I feel like. Don't pursue love is the advice. So you're trying too hard, give it time. And you have the Ace of Cups here in the near future, in the coming days and weeks position. Oh, thank you, Miss Nini. I was wondering if you guys could hear me. Dang it. Okay, let me see if I can fix this really quick. Can you hear me now? No. One second. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Can you hear me? Hey. Okay. Sorry if I just blasted your eardrums. Hey, thanks, Miss Nini. I totally was asking. This is the first time on Twitch, so I was like hoping somebody would pop up in the YouTube. Because I don't know if I have Twitch. Oh, and then I just unplugged the Bluetooth for the... Okay. So I was actually wondering if you guys could hear me. I have a few of you in here. So we'll just quickly review the positions because I guess none of you could hear me. I was worried about that. I'm sure those of you watching on Twitch or Facebook couldn't even tell me, but thank you, Miss Nini, for letting me know. It's a new mic, it's a new setup. I haven't done a general tarot reading in a while, but Source and Spirit was just calling me to do it. So yes, you can hear me, awesome. So I'm gonna just quickly go over, well, I'll do it at the end now. I did do like an intro, some channel updates, but let me just tell you guys what's going on in the reading for those of you that were watching. Past influences here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is a love singles reading. I used to do with the couples as well. If I have any insights, I will let you know. I don't like to, right now I need to get these out and I can't focus that much. I'm just letting Spirit flow through me. If you were watching earlier, I did lights in Palo Santo to help protect my energy. I was telling a story about going into a spiritual shop in Hollywood a few years ago and asking the white witch there, I asked her, can I have this is before I started doing readings. It was on my journey. Aries, it's for Aries, Miss Nini, but I'm gonna try to get through all of them in the next day or two. Yeah, so she was telling me like, oh, I don't do personal readings anymore because it's just so draining, and I feel like general readings can be even more because you're just so wide open to everyone's energy. But I did lights in Palo Santo and I put intention for, Source to flow through me so that we're not driving so much from my own energy, energy source. All right, so in this, I'm doing a horseshoe spread, which is new to me. So let me just kind of review what I was saying here. You guys did see me shuffle and lay them out, so we have that going on for us. I always like to see them shuffle. I was saying also, I watch other readers. I'm just kind of filling you guys in on what I've been saying. And that helps me stay in tune with sort of, oh, where are the planets right now, etc., etc. And Okay, I don't know, I just lost it. So I want to tell you guys, this position right here is past influences. So as far as love goes right now, if you're single, 8 of Pentacles means that, you know, you've invested a lot into your future. You're investing a lot into yourself. You could be very focused on your money right now, but it's also planning for the future. You know, I hope I'm not too loud. It's planning for the future, you know, saving for your children, their college, retirement, whatever, you know, things like that for a house. This is what the 8 of Pentacles is. And it's funny because I was just reading a new description in the Everyday Witch. I had flipped to a page and it was actually the 8 of Pentacles, and it had a little different spin on it that I thought was interesting. About it's about to manifest, but it's like at the point, you know, the 8 where you're just a little bit impatient, you know. It's not the 9 where you're just fully self-sufficient, or the 10 where, you know, you have everything in life. It's the 8 where it's like you've been working hard for a really long time. You're on the Fool's journey. You went from the Ace of Pentacles to the 2 to the 3, and now you're at the 8. And in regards to love, this is very much about energy, time, and resources. Time, I was saying, it's a little bit abstract. There definitely is something with Earth, you know, Pentacles energy here, with the 6 of Pentacles being in the influence of others. So I do feel like I was giving the example. When we get there, I'll tell you. The 6 of Pentacles, I just feel like as Aries especially, a lot of times people will try to kind of dangle carrots in our face. And I was using the analogy of, I like to make that joke as far as horses and actual carrots, but as far as also like wedding rings and carrots, right? So you could, this is the influence of others here with the 6 of Pentacles tying into the past influences of the 8 of Pentacles. You could have a lot of people coming in trying to distract you energetically, trying to get you, you know, to invest in their future vision, and you're kind of over here like, well, you know, I'll be a part of your life, but you need to be a part of mine as well. So there can be a lot of, I know for me personally as an Aries, that's been going on with me a lot. So that's the way I was interpreting it. But the present issue that we have right now, and to me in the Celtic cross, this would be sort of the center part of the reading, is the 3 of Swords. So present time, a lot of you may have recently experienced a breakup, a heartbreak. There could be something in the last year or 2 you're still holding on to, but I feel like for a majority of you, this is very recent. It could just be a separation, because we have the future developments, which is near future position. To me, this is the coming days and weeks. Within a week or 2, we have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like because these two are so close together, present time to the Ace of Cups, you know, in the Celtic, it would be the center, and then the very first coming days card, that for a lot of you, this heartbreak or recent separation is going to turn around pretty quickly, and you're going to have a big new beginning in love with this same person that you're grieving over, which, you know, is common. Relationships have their ups and downs, trials and errors. You have to learn each other, learn how you cope. I hope I'm not too loud, you guys. Learn how you cope with, you know, disappointment and a little bit of time apart, and giving each other space and respecting each other's boundaries. So for a lot of you, I feel like this is going to be a quick turnaround. And the reason the Ace of Cups is coming up, it was just a huge new beginning in love, is because this cut was so deep, you know, the 3 of Swords. And the thing is, I was saying, is that when we think of the 3 of Swords, we think of like a bleeding heart, you know, where it's just really hurt and destroyed, and it's a very deep pain. And you would see this along with the Tower, like, you know, when somebody's really heartbroken and in grief. But here I feel like it's also mental transmutation, because we're dealing with Swords energy. And so I feel like because of that mental transmutation, I said I wouldn't be surprised if the 4 of Swords came up next, but now we went into the Ace of Cups. So it's really whatever you're going through right now. I said I wouldn't be surprised if judgment or death came up as well when we do clarifiers, is leading to this Ace of Cups, this big new beginning. It could be even that you had to let go of whoever this recently was, because this Ace of Cups, new big union in love, is coming in the next week or 2. So it's a lot of potential. You know, we're going into Cancer season in the next week, and this is water, so it's a Cancer. So I was saying that as well. Now, in the advice position, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And I was joking about, I thought it was the Knight of Wands, because in the traditional deck, we have, you know, the orange horse. But it's the Knight of Cups in this deck. You can see that there. And sorry for the loud noises. It was such a quiet, peaceful morning until I got up. I have a soundproof room, but it's a little cramped in there. So Knight of Cups in reverse, I was saying that I think with the advice here, there is a little bit of healing going on there, although I'd more associate that with the 3 of Cups, or 3 of Swords in reverse. It's saying advice-wise, not to pursue. Now is not the time to pursue. Now is the time to heal and allow love in and be open to new love, because or to a reconciliation possibly, if that's what's on your heart. You know, it really depends how devastated you are. Are you devastated because you can't live without them? Or are you devastated because, you know, they really hurt you and you deserve better? That's ultimately going to resonate differently with each and every one of you. I also want to say that I generally don't feel that these are going to resonate with the moon signs, although a lot of readers say sun, moon, blah, blah, blah. I think the ascendant and the sun are more in line. So, you know, if you're an Aries moon and you want to watch and you feel that it resonates, that's great. But I would definitely recommend to watch your sun and ascendant ones, and those will be coming out today and tomorrow. I'm going to be working on it. So just something in spirit was just like, you need to start doing general tarots again, and it's just been on me, and I've just been fighting it. And like I said, I just had to set that intention to, you know, protect my energy. So Six of Pentacles, we just touched on it a little once I got the mic working, but it's the influence of others. So I do feel like there's a lot of distractions, people, you know, trying to get you to go off in different directions with your actual, like, tangible energy. You know, you only have so much of it. And I think that could tie into this disappointment with the Three of Cups with the present issue here as well. But I did want to reassure you guys, especially for the Pluto and Scorpio generation, that in the environment, because we are so, Pluto and Scorpio generation is so influenced by, you know, other people's resources here and the environment, the ups and downs. So when gas is $900 a gallon, Pluto and Scorpio generation, of course, is the one that the millennials, basically a little bit older as well, that get hit the hardest with that, because Pluto has a lot to do with environments, resources, other people's resources, having to depend on them, having to cultivate your own. So Five of Wands in reverse here in the environment actually is pretty promising. It means like a lot of the things that you might feel like are oppressing you or are a battle are actually not. And we're going to clarify. So even though I do feel like for a lot of you there's a theme of resources here, maybe somebody not being fair to you, not reciprocating your energy, you were putting in a lot of effort. That's why the advice, Knight of Cups in reverse, is, you know, don't pursue, don't put in any effort, allow love to come to you. There's a fresh new beginning here. And in the current long-term outcome recommended action, I kind of made my own version of this horseshoe spread. Strength in reverse. So if you're dealing with a Leo right now, you know, the long-term outcome, or somebody with a Leo ascendant, possibly moon or Venus as well, you definitely aren't going about it the right way to get where you want. Now, not all of you, obviously this is a general reading, but I would say that the current trajectory, if you're dealing with a Leo or you want a Leo, it's almost, you know, reversals to me. This is what I was saying, you guys. Sorry, I have to backtrack a little to remember what I was saying. But the reversals to me are a blockage in energy. So it's, the energy is there and it's present, but there's a block. So there's things that you have to do to turn it around. So it's not missing. It's not some other card. So if you're dealing with a Leo, and, you know, it's not like it's like, no, you're dealing with a Sagittarius. No, some of you probably are dealing with Sagittarius because you're Aries. But okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is that was part of what was going on here. But the other thing that I was thinking and meditating on before I even started this reading was, you know, Aries, we're assumed to be so strong all the time. So we're a real target, and people like to, you know, they feel like if they can knock the Aries, the fearless, courageous, pioneer Aries down, that's so certain and confident, that they will somehow win. But in reality, Aries is very soft. A lot of us have a lot of Pisces placements. Even Taurus can be very sensitive and nurturing. So Aries do have those soft parts of us. We also are the baby of the zodiac. So at the end of the day, we just really want to be loved and nurtured. So my advice to you is in kind of like getting this balance of investing in the future, not over pursuing, not over putting your energy into things, which definitely is a theme in my life right now. Hopefully I'm not projecting that. Hopefully I'm resonating with some of you. Strength, it's like you're learning part of this whole process of the Three of Swords and this grief and this mental transmutation to overcome even more deeper past griefs, even though this is a very recent separation here, is learning to show vulnerability at the right time, and, you know, and not being too strong, but then also not putting your guard down. And definitely Aries is one of the most primal signs as the first sign. So it's definitely something that we have to work on. through our lifetime, you know, learning when to be childlike and infant-like, and using that Aries power, you know, to resonate with people just as being human and being born, but at the same time being strong and being the leader of the zodiac, being first. You know, a lot of us get chastised for wanting to be first or be the best, and I think we all do that in different ways, some more obvious than others, but there's some pride in that, you know. Strength, Leo, is also about pride. So, you know, also being humble, but also not being ashamed of having pride as well, you know, Lion, the pride. So and the next readings I'm going to probably flip it around so it's upright for you guys, but I'm reading it where it's upright for me, so this is a reversal. I watch some tarot readers and I get really confused by that. So I did clear up for some reason I by impulse had pulled out the Tower card. That was probably more about me not having audio. No, I'm just kidding. But some of you, you know, this could be to deal with a Leo, and, you know, I wouldn't hold on to it, because if long-term outcome, 10 of Wands in reverse, you're putting this burden down with this Leo energy, and that's what's going to allow, you know, not pining for this future with this person, not chasing after it, is what's going to allow this Ace of Cups in very quickly. Like I said, Cancer season within the next week or two. So I went ahead and pulled some cards for the heart of the matter. This is a new spread that I'm doing today, so I'm probably going to do this opposite and do the heart of the matter first next time. But Page of Swords in reverse here, you know what the Page of Swords is about. Often it's our spying card, it's somebody driving by your house, it's somebody watching your social media, yada yada, but it's also a card in the traditional deck. I just heard this interpretation the other day and I really like it, where he's sitting on a mountain in the traditional deck, and as an air sign, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, he's being discerning, he's surveying his options. So here this guy's sitting on a balcony, and he knows that he, you know, it's sort of like, I don't know, Jiu-Jitsu's been a big thing in my life the past couple days. I'm reading a book, the word was all over it. I go by the Jiu-Jitsu studio. I'm like, hey, can I teach a dance class here? They're like, hey, come do Jiu-Jitsu. So I don't know, and so I feel like this is sort of like I don't know for sure, but like a Jiu-Jitsu type thing, like observing and kind of going off intuition. With the swords here in reverse, it's saying that somebody, they may have been watching you or you watching them, but I think it goes back to the advice of you not focusing on other people so much and just really focusing on yourself, what you're investing into your future, because this love is coming in very quickly. And then I clarified this with the Empress, which is Taurus energy. So some of you, if you have been wishing for a pregnancy or something like that, unfortunately this is a singles reading, but like I said, it could resonate with some of you that are in a relationship. So either way, there could be a potential pregnancy, especially if it's something that you've longed and hoped and wished for a long time with the Star card. But you could also be very well dealing with a Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio. I know some people like to hear the signs read out. But at the heart of the matter, you nurturing yourself and all that you've invested in yourself, and you healing from this and allowing new love in and not pursuing it and not staying in situations where it's not fair, you know, and not waiting for someone else to, like, especially I know for me, it's, you know, people come along and they're like, oh, I want to be your partner, I want to do all these things with you, and then I'm like giving them all my, you know, extra time and energy to take care of their life, but they're not really incorporating it into my life. You know, oh, they were going to help me with this or that. Meanwhile, I'm always racing to them. So I do think that this is about nurturing yourself. You know, this is going to lead to the ultimate happiness and achievement. Now, Miss Nini's in here still, I think, and she knows that we have the Divine Timing database. And when I pulled, I wanted to pull from the Lover's Oracle for the heart of the matter, because obviously it's just obvious, right? But I've been really just, I go off of my impulses here because that's usually how my intuition leads me. So especially as an Aries, fire, impulse, right? Time, you're trying too hard, give it time, was the card that we got. So with that being said, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. You may feel like there's external threats in the environment that aren't there, or obstacles that aren't there, but there definitely are other people that are kind of keeping you stagnant, especially this Pentacles energy, slow moving energy. It's frustrating, you know. They said they're going to do this or that. They think they could do that in 5 years, but as an Aries, you've been investing for years and years. You know, you're ready. You know, you want to be in love with love. You want this Knight of Cups energy, and your advice yet is to hold it back. That maybe so that somebody values your worth. I know I definitely resonate with this. I hope it's not any kind of projection, and that you all do as well. But so Miss Nini knows, and this is where I was going, and I'm just going to interject because my whole introduction got cut off because there was no audio. So there is the Divine Timing database. This is a little bit of a plug here, but we created it. If you subscribe to Rotation 401 Astrology on YouTube, I know some of you are watching on Twitch and Facebook now, but Rotation 411 Astrology on YouTube is where all my astrology videos are. I am very adept at aspects, knowing divorce aspects, marriage aspects, things like that. I am very set in stone, much more than other astrologists, about how those play out. They just keep proving themselves to me the more charts that I look at. So I will put the link below. I definitely recommend that if you're single and you're looking and you have any kind of belief in astrology, to submit to divinetimingdatabase.org, because we have a lot of submissions now. We don't have enough males, men in there. We have an improper ratio, and the more people that submit, the more that we can match. So I don't want to do a huge promo there, but definitely trying to get that to expand, which I think is part of the calling of doing the tarot reading. So I'm not doing extendeds. If you are an advisor and you are looking for a platform or a place to sell extended readings, psychicschool.com I work on. I do readings there. Also, if you want a private reading from me, that's the place to go. So we're gonna go ahead and pull some clarifiers right now, because I was picking up on some clarification needing to be said. All right, 8 of Pentacles. Give us a little clarity on the. I wish I would have set this up where I could shuffle a little bit easier in front of you guys, because I know a lot of you like to see it, as do I. Now, I don't shuffle the way a lot of them do, where they do the little because then I'll just have cards flying everywhere. So I do more of a traditional shuffle here. And I just shuffle until I feel that it's right. Now, we did have a few cards come off there, so I'm not going to take those. Okay, so for the 8 of Pentacles, our clarifying card is the 4 of Cups in reverse. So this is the past influences. In the past, 4 of Cups upright is, refusing love, being a little closed off to love, maybe feeling like other people weren't accepting your offers of love. But in reverse, that's changing. The work you've been doing, the investments that you've been making, the value that you have in yourself now, you're not going to settle for somebody who doesn't, reciprocate your love. And I think that's a lot about self-love as well. For the 3 of, well, actually this came out in reverse and this makes more sense. But the 3 of Swords here, the clarifier is the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of you could have just had a separation from a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or somebody, again, who wasn't, bringing forth the effort. They weren't. Knight of Pentacles is like slow and steady movement forward. They kind of put the brakes, the halts on. They stopped, reciprocating. It's a lot about reciprocation here with the 4 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. Reciprocation of emotion, reciprocation of energy and resources. So over the Ace of Cups, we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is very much you moving now from the 8 of Pentacles into the 9 of Pentacles. Excuse me, you guys. And I don't know if it made it in this cut either. When the audio was off, I went on a little thing about 8 of Pentacles going from the 9 to the 10. The 8 is where you're frustrated, You've been putting in this hard work for years, a lot of you. You started at the Fool's journey at 0. You had that Ace of Pentacles. You were like, this is my path. I'm going to do this. You went to the 2, to the 3, to the 4, to the 5. Now you got other people treating you like you're at 6, but you're really at 8. You're just impatient. Because you've been waiting, you've been working so hard for so long. A lot of you, again, are very focused on your stability and your wealth. But you're planning for your future. You're planning for your partner, your love, your family. Whether, even if you're, in your 40s and you have a couple children, you're like, okay, I got to get them through a trade school. Or, you've been planning, you've been investing, you've been doing a lot on your own. 9 of Pentacles is also a very singular energy. Not a lot of support here, especially as far as stability and things like that. So when you're in this energy, though, because this is upright here, you are bringing in this Ace of Cups. So 8 of Pentacles is like, oh man, I'm in present time. It's like, I don't know, this is past influences. But so this is why it's telling me for a while now, you have been feeling like, I've been doing all this work. No one's valuing me. No one's recognizing me. The 6 of Pentacles is the other influences. And, this heartbreak and this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and nothing's paying off, but you're right there. You're almost at the finish line. Like, you're in this Nine of Pentacles. Most of you that are watching are single Aries, and you're right there, ready within the coming days and weeks throughout Cancer season, I would say, to bring in this Ace of Cups. So just stay really strong in your energy. I know it's Strength in reverse. I was saying Strength in reverse here in the final outcome. I was saying don't be too strong, you know, don't be too, but just being secure in yourself, which most of you just inherently are, and just knowing that it is coming in the reassurance. You're bringing in this Ace of Cups here, being in the Nine of Pentacles energy. So it's really promising. Definitely, I know I resonate with it. So let's go ahead and clarify the advice. Knight of Cups in reverse is what we had here, and we're clarifying that with the Page of Pentacles upright. So with the Page of Pentacles upright, it means, you know, whatever was slow and steady, you know, just because this person that caused you this grief or this heartache or these other people don't see your value or see your worth, with the Page of Pentacles, you need to continue, right? Right, because we have the Eight of Pentacles. If you're this page with one pentacle, that's going to bring you to the Nine of Pentacles here, okay, on your journey. And the page is even higher than the 9 or the 10, even though the 10 is like the best Pentacles card. Obviously, that's the ideal life, stability, family, home, all the money, resources. So with the Page of Pentacles, it's saying, you know, the advice was Knight of Cups in reverse. Don't pursue love. Your love is coming in. Don't pursue it with the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's coming. It's coming pretty fast. The more secure you are in yourself, you're going to get from the 8 to the 9 by continuing to put your pentacle into yourself. You know, resources don't come as easy for the fire signs as the earth signs. There's a lot of earth energy all over this reading. Again, if you weren't here before, we have Taurus energy, Aquarius energy with the Star and the Empress. We have Strength in reverse in the Tower, Pluto energy. I was saying if you're Pluto and Scorpio generation, especially, which is like mid 80s through early 90s, you're definitely probably feeling this with the environment. We're going to get to that in a second, clarifying. But Page of Pentacles is just, you know, keep investing in yourself. Even if you get to the 9, you can get to the 10. Even if you're like, oh, well, the 10 of Pentacles, you guys, is like that happily ever after marriage where you're like the grandparents with the grandchildren in the card, right, and all of that. You can still get there without a partner, but the partner's coming. So it's like, don't stop because they're not here yet, is basically what it's saying. Now, as far as the others go, which I went on and on about, we have the Emperor. So it's interesting. The Emperor is the, you know, first house, and I didn't say this where you guys heard. I'm really a true astrologist at heart. The tarot is just a tool for me. So the Emperor is Aries. This is you. This is you overcoming, you know, the others not valuing you, not investing in you, trying to distract you. You're staying strong in your power here. So also, it's like self versus others. Aries is the first house. Our opposite is the 7th house, Libra, which is the others. So this literally would be like the Libra placement of this chart. So it's saying stay strong in yourself, but don't stay so tough with the Strength card in reverse. You know, you got to show vulnerability at the right times. Continue to invest in yourself. Continue to give a little bit to a situation if you want. Just make sure that it's balanced. Again, Aries is the leader of the zodiac, the first, the baby as well. So even though it's balancing when to show weakness and when not, and when to be a leader, basically, and not worrying about the others and what they're giving or not giving, and not getting distracted by them. You know, you have the ability to do this, to be strong in yourself. You can get your own self to the 9, to the 10 of Pentacles, and you can literally just sit on your hill. You know, it's lonely at the top though, and so that's the fear, right? You don't want to be lonely at the top. You've been investing for more, for love, you know, for union, for this Ace of Cups, but it's definitely coming. So let's go ahead and pull a card to clarify the 5 of Wands in reverse in your environment. I just like to shuffle where you guys can see. This just flew out. We have the 7 of Wands. So you are definitely feeling like love is a battlefield. The environment is very much a battle right now, but you're gonna be fine. You know, that's what Aries was born for. It's the warrior. So here, I mean, yeah, there is something to high cortisol and stress levels, but let me pull one more for this. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you just feel like in the environment, and this isn't even necessarily true for all of you, that like the actual circumstances, which is why I feel like the Five of Wands is in reverse. These obstacles may not even be real, especially when it pertains to your environment. As far as like the other people messing with you, I do feel like they're definitely testing you right now, Aries. But as far as just your environment, you're used to walking on eggshells and pins and needles and digging through trenches and doing what you got to do. But the Four of Pentacles is saying, you know, you're definitely kind of feeling on your own, and you kind of are, but that's what Aries is. It's the most independent sign. So being in your power isn't the worst thing to deflect the others. Just know when to show vulnerability here with Strength in reverse, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. So we have the Hangman here in the final outcome. I'm really not loving the final long-term outcome recommended actions here. You know, it's basically just saying to bide your time, wait, continue to invest in yourself, which is so frustrating, right? When you've been waiting for love, waiting for your life to kind of begin for that. But it's saying right now, the outcome is just not, it's weird because I feel like you guys are doing all the right things, but the outcome is still like crap. I'm not gonna lie. So let me just go ahead and see, like, is there any person in this outcome for Aries, since it is a love reading? And what position? That was influence of others. So some of you could have an Aries coming in as your Ace of Pentacles, but definitely some of you could be Taurus or Aquarius as the heart of the matter. And for a lot of you, you could have just, this disconnect that you just had with someone with the Three of Swords in the recent past, it could definitely be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So I definitely say if you're dealing with a Taurus, you might reunite. With that Star card as a clarifier. Let me see here. Let's see. Give me a little more clarity on this outcome with Strength in reverse, the Tower, the Ten of Wands. Now that is good. The Ten of Wands in reverse is like this Tower moment's going to happen, and there's going to be a lot of big changes before Leo season. I'm feeling that could also be Strength in reverse, like in July. Literally there could just be this whole tower is coming down, you know, Pluto energy. But this is transformation. I told you guys earlier when I saw this Three of Swords, that mental transmutation, that I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see death or judgment come up. To me, that's kind of how I'm reading the Tower right now. There's a huge transformation, you know. The original foundation has to come down to be rebuilt. So by showing vulnerability to others, being a leader still as Aries, but, you know, not being too strong, this is going to lift some of your burdens. So the Tower is going to come down. You're going to be like, oh shit, I have to rebuild everything. I've been, sorry, excuse my language. You know, I've been investing for years and years and years. This is the long past with the Eight of Pentacles, right? I've been years and years and years. I've been doing it on my own, been waiting around, and now the Tower comes down. You're going to think you have to rebuild everything on your own. But again, you have this Ace of Cups coming in and the Ten of Wands in reverse as a clarifier, which is good news. This is all the burdens being lifted off your back. You know, all that passion, that energy, that drive, that's fire energy, the Wands, right? You've been putting in for years. Oh, the sound is up and down. This is, thank you, Miss Nini. I didn't know you're Aries moon. That's cool. I'm glad, because I was like, is the sound better? I just don't want it to be blasting in your guys' ears. That's the thing. Okay, so it's a new mic. I thought it would be better, but I don't know. I can't, you know, I am Mercury square Uranus, you guys, so I'm genius at tech, but just the simplest things are so challenging for me when it comes to tech. All right, Ten of Wands in reverse is, yeah, it's basically like all that passion, that drive, that energy that you've put in, and all that stress you've had to feel to get to those ambitions and such, it's upside down now. So it's all coming down to be rebuilt. And the Hangman, it's kind of telling me like this energy here with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Remember, the Knight of Cups in reverse was your advice position, not to pursue love, you know, not to pursue emotional fulfillment, to kind of stay grounded right now with all this earth energy around you. So with the Hangman there, it's like it's Pisces energy, both of these cards. It's water. Again, when we had the Ace of Cups here as well. So very much like, I feel like you're going to emotionally align by just staying grounded and not making moves, almost. Like, yeah, keep doing your little, not little, I'm not like being condescending, but Page of Pentacles, like keep doing your day-to-day, your little habitual tasks, especially dealing with earth. Like Virgo energy reminds me of the 6th house, daily rituals and stuff. Keep doing that, keep investing in yourself, but don't be so hard on yourself. You don't have to work so hard. Just stay in this kind of hangman energy, this zen sort of state is what I'm feeling for the hangman right now. It's Pisces energy, that 12th house. It's almost like Buddha to me right now. So stay in that. Don't worry about love, because it's coming for sure. A lot of you, it's the same person coming right back that you just broke up with, but a lot of you, that had to end so this could come in, because that was blocking it, which I feel like I've heard before, but I'm really feeling this strongly for a lot of you. So I'll pull one more as the outcome. Queen of Cups. Yeah, because I just shuffled this deck. Queen of Cups here. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, but this again is big love coming in, whether male or female. It's a very nurturing, loving energy. So whoever's coming in for you, and we have the Empress here. I do feel like a pregnancy for a lot of you. Which, I mean, this is a singles read, but like I said, some of you might not be single, so definitely something to look out for. It's a very fertile time, and that's what I'm saying. You guys are going from the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles. A lot of stuff has to change for that to happen. It's not always comfortable. I know I've been manifesting a lot of big things lately, and my energy is sucked to the bone. That's why I was like, Spirit is like, Source is like, do readings, do general readings, and I'm like, I can hardly move, But anyway, so I'm trying to think if there was one more thing I wanted to do for you guys. Let me see here. I dropped these Lovers Oracle. I'll pull one more from the Lovers Oracle. Don't know if I've quite figured out how to set up chat in Twitch yet. Let's see. Oh, Kayla Zito. Oh, thank you for letting me know there's no sound. I didn't, oh, is it Facebook or Twitch? I'm not sure. So we got that sorted out. Like I said, Mercury square Uranus, you guys, it tends to happen to me, so bear with me. But then next thing you know, in like a couple of years, you guys will be like, oh my gosh, how do you do that so fast? It's those synapses. People ask me how I got so fast at astrology. It's because my clients come to me, they challenge me, they ask me a million questions of things that I wouldn't even think, oh, that's what I wanted to do for you guys. But since I already have these out, I'll go ahead. I'm going to do a Law of Attraction card to wrap it up with, so you can hang around for that if you'd like. It's just me basically reading one of these for you guys. So that can be a little bit tedious, but I'm going to pull one more from the Lover's Oracle to wrap it up. Tells a little more about the heart of the matter and advice as we go out for Aries. Now again, I'm not doing extendeds right now, but if you are an advisor yourself on one of the platforms and you want to sell extendeds, I recommend Psychics Gold if you're not like on Vimeo or something. And they're, oh yeah, and also do submit to the Divine Timing Database. Miss Nini's in here with me on YouTube. She just submitted. I have a lot of submissions now, but we need more males to female ratio. So you guys, if you're single, submit the links below, divinetimingdatabase.org. We're trying to unite people with their proper astrological matches instead of this online dating narcissist pool that many people are living in. All right. And again, all the married people I know, they have this these aspects that I'm going to be matching you with. So the more people that submit, the more people that we can match. So, oh, that's the other thing. If you're an influencer or an advisor, there's an affiliate program. So you can definitely spread the word. For everybody who uses your code, you get $1 back. So it's kind of nice because you can just do your readings and tell them about it, endorse it if you know anything about astrology and you agree with anything I say, and you get a little extra change in your pocket. So look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So for some of you, this could literally be, and I don't know if the audio was on when I was telling you this, but Leo and all the rest, Aries, you're my pioneers, you're my little test group. So I appreciate you guys. You're pretty cool and chill most of the time and understanding. Not very patient, but neither am I. So, because I'm an Aries. But 3 of Swords, I was saying, this is a very deep connection. So even if it was like this connection had to end for you to get to the Ace of Cups, which again, this is happening very fast. If this was the Celtic Cross, this would be present time, and this would be the near future position, the way I did this horseshoe. So this is very much, like you had to drop this person, this deep connection, for this big new beginning to come in. That is huge. I feel like there's so much potential here for you guys, or it's such a quick reversal that I feel like this deep connection that you had to go through a mental transmutation, learning each other, learning how each other cope, learning when it, when you're really being attacked or not, which is going to revive and renew this love. So I do feel like either way, whether this is the same person you're dealing with, again, especially if it's an earth sign, I do feel like it might be the same person. But for some of you, you probably just let go of an earth sign, or still holding on to a past connection with an earth sign, but it's still affecting you pretty heavily in the present time. And you have like a Aquarius or an Aries coming in possibly, or even a Leo, but Leo's in reverse. So I don't know. I almost feel like because this is the long-term outcome, that it's not so much about the sign of Leo, that it's more that all of this stuff is going to happen. The good and the bad, the sort of the struggles, and you need to hold out, and all this, you upping another level as far as your success, and people kind of messing with you. I feel like that's all going to come to fruition, and you're going to have this fruitful Empress, Queen of Cups, and Star energy all come before Leo season is what I'm feeling. And usually my long-term outcome is way further out than that, but every once in a while it's closer. I get different gist, and this is a new spread for me, so I'm feeling that this outcome, this tower, these changes, it's all coming during Cancer season. Where'd my Ace of Cups go? That was over here, you guys. Oh, that's in my hands. So I do definitely feel like whoever this, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Again, very water energy as we're going into Cancer season here. But the other thing is that whether this is the same person turning around, going from, okay, this caused me a lot of grief and heartache, but this connection is so deep that I have to really start over with you this time, and I do feel like that's coming in so quickly for a lot of you. Or this is you releasing that, past grief and allowing this new love in Cancer season. I just feel like that past person, again, whether it's recent, which I feel like for a lot of you it is, or it's deep past but still really affecting you present time, you're going to be releasing this. I feel like this could be very mutual energy as well. So whether it's two people, what I'm trying to say, old and new, or the same person, I feel like there is a very deep emotional connection here. And I had gone on and on about that. I just don't know if the audio was on. So there is a deep emotional, spiritual, and mental, there could even have been a lot of mental conflict. I know for me that's how it would resonate, because we're dealing with swords. So definitely a very hopeful, promising reading. I'm going to go ahead and just pull a card from the Law of Attraction deck. Again, I kind of just read them, so it could be a little daunting, but I'm just going to wrap it up with that. I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to hop into Leo. But I was going to go from, I'm trying to do all the fire signs, then the air signs, then, or fire, then earth I was going to do. And then I heard earlier, no, you need to do air after fire. And now Miss Nini's in here, and she's so awesome. She keeps me company, so I might have to skip ahead, move Cancer forward. Her birthday's coming up too, and we have that Cancer energy here. So let me know, Nini, do you think I should skip ahead? I do feel like I need to do Leo next, with Leo in reverse. We got to see what's going on with Leos and Leo ascendants. But okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pull. I don't actually have the whole deck, but I don't ever really read these myself, so I like to just do them at the end as we wrap up. I'm, Law of Attraction I'm pretty big into. It helped me make a lot of big moves in my life, but then, it gets kind of stale. I like to freshen things up. So, this is just the, of course I picked like the intro card. I don't have the whole deck, but I have the intro card. I'm a little delirious too, guys. My sleep schedules have been nuts, but I figure if I start doing these readings, it's going to help balance that out. So, again, I want to harmonize with what I believe is good, is what it says. I want to be the best that I can be. I want to do and have and live in a way that is in harmony with my idea of the greatest goodness. I want to harmonize physically here in this body with that which I believe to be the best or the good way of life. If you will make those statements and then do not take action, which is very much what the advice was, right? Hangman, I said, Knight of Cups in reverse, like, don't do anything right now. Don't pursue love, that's for sure. Only thing you should be doing is the very minimum of just your day-to-day, financial stuff, because you have a lot of stuff brewing, a lot of big changes in the works. But it says, if you will take these statements and then do not take action unless you feel good, you will always be moving in harmony with your idea of that which is good. So, I feel like it's very much a time of alignment for us Aries right now. And, so Miss Nini's telling me that I should do Cancer next. I do have to take a little break, Miss Nini. I have to run just like right outside to grab something, so it might be like 15-20. I don't want to make you wait too long, but I guess I can skip ahead. I'll do Cancer and then I'll go back to Leo. And I mean, Gemini was on my mind too. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of them today. I'm definitely gonna try to get through all of them today and tomorrow. Although I did have a few social invites tonight. It's funny, I won't get invited anywhere, and then I start getting online, and it's like everyone in the universe needs me to do other things. So that's definitely back to this Six of Pentacles energy, you know, kind of balancing that give and take, right? Well, these are cool social obligations. It's Friday night tonight. I got invited out too, but you know, last time I started really going hard online, I started getting all these job offers outside of the house. So, you know, just balance, like, work smarter, not harder. You know, that's why it's saying don't act right now, you know. And that's a little bit of, you know, financial career advice for you guys. So thank you, Aries, for being so patient with me, especially those of you who hung around while there was no audio. I really appreciate it. I did record this, so on YouTube I will cut off the beginning and re-upload the audio part. I'm not quite sure how it saves on Twitch. This is the first time I've ever streamed to Twitch, so I thought that was part of the issue with the audio, but it was actually that I had hit mute on the new mic when I was messing around with it and testing it. So yeah, I really appreciate you all joining me. If you are on Facebook or Twitch, again, I don't really understand how Twitch works, you guys. I'm a little bit like, I'm not a gamer. I'm more like, I like to build other stuff. Anyway, so the point online and stuff, so I get into tech like a different way, but I definitely have an appreciation for it and think it's super cool. It definitely helped me learn how to live stream a little bit. So if you're on one of those other platforms, I do recommend, if you like this channel, to check out Rotation 411 Astrology, my YouTube channel, because that is where all the astrology aspect readings are that we have. And again, if you are single and looking, please do, if you're not going to submit yourself, even if you're not single, do submit to the divinetimingdatabase.org. I'm saying spread the word on it, because even if you're not going to submit, somebody else might submit. It might be a guy that is Miss Nini's match because she just submitted, you know, and maybe if you guys can get the word out, maybe your best friend's boyfriend's uncle's cousin, who's, you know, really awesome yet single and no one knows why, maybe that's Miss Nini's match. So you get $1 if he uses your code, if you sign up for the affiliate program. Again, if you're an influencer, you can just plug it on your page, but you never know. We got to get the word out so we can get everybody matched up. I do think, I looked up the stats yesterday. I was telling Miss Nini earlier, like 37% of the world's population is single. I'm sure we can put at least a little dent in that and match some people up. So please do spread the word. divinetimingdatabase.org. If you, I don't know if it'll be on Twitch, but the link's definitely below on YouTube. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to add before I go, but I'll definitely take a little break and come back and do Cancer. If you enjoyed the Aries reading, you can join us in the Cancer reading. Definitely kick out Cancer and Leo. Let's see. If you ever want a personal reading with me, it's psychicschool.com, or yeah, in the links below as well. We have the on Rotation 411 Astrology channel on YouTube. We have the Big 144 series where I cover all sun, moon, and rising combinations. That's 144 videos, 1,728 combinations. I'm still working on that. We've gotten halfway through the Aries moons. I did Miss Nini, she's Cancer Sun, Aries moon. We have the Celebrity Synastry, where I like to go on and on about, you know, why marriages do or do not work in Hollywood according to the astrology aspects. And let's see, I do have merch now too. If you go to rotation411.com, there's like this cute tennis dress I'm gonna order. I actually designed it myself. I wanted to do all these feathers. I haven't gone live in a while, so I'm just trying to kick out whatever's out there. I'm working on a PDF for you guys to actually break down the marriage and the divorce aspects in a visual, so you can follow along when I do all of those videos. I'm not going to be doing them on Twitch, you guys, if you are watching there, just because I'm just going to do the live tarot readings on Twitch. But yeah, if you want to see all the astrology videos that I pre-record, they're over on YouTube. I don't even know if I can upload those on Twitch. Donations are always welcome. It's rotation411.live. If you want to help get the word out about the channel, let's see. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered it all. So join me in the Cancer reading. I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings, and light.